let's clear something up right now. Right now. Okay? Because I'm tired of seeing this. Even though it is not confirmed in the Steven Universe series by Rebecca Sugar, I will still stand on this, and I have like so much support to back this up that the Diamonds are not lovers. They're not in a relationship. They're not in no type of. They're not in a throuple. Blue and Yellow aren't in a relationship, and they're definitely not in cahoots with White. Like they're just sisters. They're just dysfunctional. They're toxic. It's just like every other family here. Like don't act like y'all family don't be going at it sometimes. Like it be like that. It's family and it's all love, and being that they are powerful, they have so much pressure, and they've been holding power for over thousands of years. So let's get into how and why I feel like I said siblings, I mean, because they are siblings, but why the Diamonds are siblings and not lovers. And I'm not gonna lie, this is Reddit's fault because they're really freaky up in there. I'm not gonna lie, like the way y'all be like sexualizing Amethyst, like I be like, what is wrong with y'all? Y'all good? Y'all good? Like, but it's cool. Like I guess. As you may or may not know, spoilers, just like the most of my content, um, Pink Diamond have fled Homeworld so that she can go to Earth. She wanted to like be in charge of Earth, and they were looking for her to have her own planet. But the sisters, Blue, Yellow, and White, feel like she wasn't responsible enough. They kind of like babied her because she is the baby, and as the baby, I understand this so much. I understand Pink so much as the child, but yeah. So she basically rebelled. She was like, "Listen, y'all not gonna give me what I want, so I'm gonna do what I want." And then also when she got on the Earth, when she went to Earth, she realized like it's not as bad as they making it seem. So the Diamond Authority, I have a theory that I wanted to get in touch on, but I don't know if I still have to like build evidence for my theory. So I'm just gonna say it, and if you guys agree, then agree. But the diamonds are basically just powerful gems. I feel like they're represent representing humans, but I feel like that's what Rebecca was on anyway. I feel like Rebecca Sugar, she knew what she was doing. But anyways, they're like diamonds, and obviously they're okay. So the dinosaur are three figures. They own a lot of planets out of space, and they colonize planets out of space. Let me just say they colonize planets out of space. And yeah, so basically yellow had a planet, blue had a planet, white had a planet. I'm getting a call. Voicemail, I don't know what that is. Can I thank you? Anyways, they all colonized planets. Pink is the only one who didn't really colonize planets. Yes, she had power, but she was the baby. So blue, yellow, and white, they babied her. They kind of like didn't really take her serious. They felt like she wasn't ready yet, ready enough to be with the big dogs yet. I guess she was still technically in training, and so they babied her a lot. And so she didn't like this, so she ran to Earth, and she realized that Earth wasn't as bad as they made it seem because they had this plan to put a cluster on Earth so that they could destroy Earth and have um, just basically destroy Earth. So yeah, a lot of people think that Blue, since Pink ran away. Let me just start off with this. Since Pink ran away, Homeworld wasn't the same. Like people thought that she died because Pink rebelled and she like hosted like a whole gym war where thousands of gyms died and she won, which caused her to stay on Earth with her team and the Crystal Gems and live life on Earth instead of going to Homeworld where they were slaves and they weren't allowed to be themselves and be free. So a lot of people think that being at Homeworld was in shambles, and Blue, she was sad, she was depressed for like eons. People think that Blue Morning Pink was a romantic love, like a thing where she's saying, "Oh, I miss my boo," but it wasn't "I miss my boo." I feel like if it was a relationship, even though gems they don't die, Like, they live forever. They live for eons, eons, eons. So I feel like, me personally, if it was a relationship, she would have gotten over it eventually. Like, I feel like, and I'm not saying that because, I've never experienced um, partner loss. I've never experienced, there's a word for a widow. I've never been a widow before. So, but I just feel like the dynamic from the clips that was shown between them two, and then also from all of them being together, all four of them being together, I had to make sure it was four because I mean, well, it just gave sibling. Like, she cried. I feel like Blue cried for eons because she was just mourning her baby sister. Like, she was just mourning her baby sister. Like she was born, and she was, and I just feel like as the older sister, she just felt like she was responsible for Pink. Like, she was supposed to protect her. All of them was supposed to protect them. Um, and I just feel like that's just a grief that that's just the type of grief that you have for a sibling. Like, a grief that has you crying for eons as if it's still the day one. Like, the grief that you just feel like you can't get over it, like, at all whatsoever. Like, you can't even acknowledge it at all. I feel like with a relationship, it's kind of different because you get used to the person not being there for both sides. I just feel like for a relationship, you kind of have the option to heal. Of course, you can heal. Obviously, you heal either way. But I'm saying, like, heal in other ways. Like, you can also talk to other people who are widows. You can even find love. You can find another love with someone who hasn't even related to, who don't even understand what you're going through. You can just find love for with another widow. You can't find another baby sister. Like, so I just feel like it was just different. And maybe I'm like, cause like if you're a widow and you like, feel free to comment. Like I said, I have no experience in that, so I'm just commenting on what I have with the information I have in my brain and what I see from outside looking in. I feel like you kind of can just not get over it because I don't feel like death is something that you can't get over. Like, you just, I just feel like relationship, like widowing, like you just learn to live by day. But I also feel like even with everywhere else, like with the relation with the sibling too. But I just feel like the grief was just so deep. Like, it was deeper than just the romantic love. I just feel like it was just so like way too deep. And Blue eventually healed. I don't think she healed, but she took the steps to begin healing so that she can not get over it, but live day to day so that it can be easy for her to deal with the grief that she was dealing with. For Blue Diamond, I feel like that grief was more so about guilt and not romantic. It was more so about family and guilt. Because, like I said, she was supposed to be responsible. Well, she felt like she was supposed to be responsible for Pink. Which I feel like as an older sibling, you kind of are responsible for their baby. Even though, like, after you become an adult, it's like you're on you. But she was still a kid. Pink was still a kid when she rebelled. So, or treated as such. Yellow, obviously, like I said earlier, all of the diamonds were grieving, but Yellow Diamond, I feel like she just didn't. I feel like, well, White is the one who topped it off, who even gave me the inkling like this is not a relationship thing at all whatsoever. Yellow, I feel like she's just more of the middle child. Like, she is the middle child, but like she's more so like she gives middle child Reese's energy. Um, she has to look after Blue because Blue was the younger one, and Blue was a mess. Like, ever since Pink left, she was a mess. I mean, the whole homeworld was a mess, but she was really a mess. Like, every time she cried, she made everybody else cry. Like, a mess. And even though she does have a power to do that, I just feel like she would be able to do that without the power. But yeah, Yellow, she's stern. She's no nonsense, and she just acts like the oldest. She just don't play no games. She was the one who was always lecturing Pink, like, "Yo, why are you acting stupid? Like, let's come on. This is why we don't give you bigger responsibilities because you act dumb. Like, you act childish." And I'm not, she didn't say it like that, but majority of the stuff that I say is just from my words. It's the same thing, just they say it nicer. But yeah, like, even with trying to pick up Blue and trying to like help Blue out, she was more of a like a sister who was just like who wanted to help her sister heal, like kind of want her sister to get over it, like, but didn't judge her for feeling sad. Cause she's like, I feel some type of way too, but Blue, come on, like it's been eons. Like we need to like pick out, like be better, like not be better because they all had the same mindset. It literally took Steven to actually change their mindset. If Steven would have never popped up or existed, they would have stayed the same and they would have still been beefing with Earth because they had two different sides of the story. Because Pink Diamond and who is also Rose Quartz, she held a secret that also like conflicted with Homeworld's point of view and the Crystal Gem's point of view. So she's definitely the Pink Diamond is literally the middle of why everyone is the way they are. Not originally, because the diamonds are the way they are because that's how they grew up. But I'm talking about something after her death. Even though Pink was technically the glue, I feel like I say technically because she wouldn't have literally because she is the glue. Literally, when they thought that she died before she actually died, when they originally because they thought that she was dead longer than when Pink actually died. It's been really 14 years since she actually died. Literally only 14 years. She had just passed away compared to when they actually thought she passed away. So imagine how they were acting the entire thousands of years when they thought that she originally died. I forgot what was my point of saying that. I was just trying to help you guys explain what it's saying so much, but I forgot the point of my entire thing. But anyways, I'm just gonna move on. The point I think was is that yellow, Pink was the glue, but Yellow held it together. After Pink's disappearance, I guess she was the only one who had the stable head over her shoulders. White was too dismissive. She was too controlling, and White was kind of away. Like from when I seen this, like, oh, White is away. Like they kind of all because okay, this is White's thing. She's the oldest sibling, and she's controlling. So the way that they was just like maneuvering around, they were like kind of tiptoeing around her, like, oh wait, I don't think we should say that, or wait, I don't think we should do that yet, or wait, we have to actually do it like this so that when we tell her, she can process it like this, kind of like a mom, like literally. White gives motherly vibes. She's their mother, even though she's not. I feel like she's their older sister. Like she's just the elder sister, and they're just all sisters. And being that she's the oldest, she held it down for so long. She just gotta take control. Like y'all don't know what the fuck y'all doing. I've been here before y'all, and y'all just gotta follow my lead. She's also the most powerful, in my opinion. I kind of feel like she's not the most powerful. Her power is kind of trash. So in Steven Universe Future, Steven, we see him how he is after all these years. He's like 18 now, and we see that he is literally going through traumatic shit. Like he has PTSD, and yeah, so he runs away from the Crystal Gems and he goes to Homeworld because he just feels like they just couldn't help, and he just wanted his space. I guess it was just a lot of things that they were doing that he just wasn't comfortable with. Like I feel like they were kind of. He just needed to breathe. I just feel like he just needed to breathe, and he needed just an outlet away from that stuff. But yeah, he went to Homeworld, and he was trying to get help to fix his emotional state and how learn how to control himself from the diamonds. But the diamonds weren't really much help. Blue just made him cry. Yellow, I think she just fixed things. Yeah, she just fixed things. And I feel like Yellow is the most powerful gem in my opinion because I feel like she's able to actually fix gem. Like she's able to heal. White Diamond, I feel like she has weakest the weakest power because all she can do is control people. But the thing is, it's like robot armies. Like they're like dead zombies. Like, and I feel like if she was able to control people, it would be better if she was able to. I don't know. I just feel like if it was a way to better do it, instead of making everybody just one zombie, soulless zombie, if I feel like there's just a better way. Like if she was able to control their mind or like, but she actually had to do the work to control them. That's what I was trying to say. I don't like the fact that she had to do the work to control them. So you know when you can control other people, you can just say, hey, do the hokey pokey, and they'll do the hokey pokey and turn themselves around, right? But she has to literally use her power to and do the hokey pokey and turn herself around just to be able to control the people that she want to control. And I feel like that kind of sucks. Why do I have to knock out a more conscious to control other people when she can just keep her conscious and control other people while she's able to control herself too? Maybe I'm thinking too deep. Maybe I was a little confusing, and I apologize if it was. I feel like White Diamond is more so like the mom of the thing. She's the older sibling. She's still stuck in her old ways. Like you see how it was so easy for Steven to explain to Yellow and Blue, like, yo, like even though with Yellow it needed a little extra little oomph, but it wasn't too much. Like it was still like a no, but listen. And she listened and she gave him a chance to talk and explain what was going on, what happened to like and all that. And they couldn't explain that to White. Like it was hard. They had to plan thoroughly on how they was gonna do it. And when they showed up, she caught a whole fit and she threw a whole tantrum. Like it was not good because she's toxic. She's literally the older sibling. Usually, sometimes the older sibling is the one that wants to break the generic curses, but they end up being the one to repeat them. Which leaves it to the younger siblings to having to clean up the pieces that the older sister, well, mainly the mom left with the older sister, older sibling smothered. Sometimes the parent are so toxic that they are, because they learned certain things, that they pass it down to their children. And yeah, it'd be like that generational curse and stuff. And they had to break that generational curse, and they had to break the that. And I really hope one day we can do that. IRL. Yeah, and I just feel like that, like Steve Universe Future just showed how family heals. Like, I feel like that just wasn't a relationship dynamic. Like, it showed you that these three sisters, they can love each other so much. And even when they're disappointed, they can still like have some type of love and have some type of room for them. All they need is space, like and things like that. Like sometimes family go through things. Sometimes you just have to nip that generational curse in the butt. Like you just have to tell somebody like, listen, you gotta talk to your grandma and your mama like, listen, like you dragged it and you hurt us all, whether it was on purpose or not, but you hurt us all. And I just feel like that was a family conversation. Like you don't. That's not a conversation. Like I just feel like I don't know. In a romantic relationship, it just wasn't giving that. It was giving siblings. Like I don't see how people see it as they're messing with each other. Like I just don't see it. Like the way that Garnet is, even though no, the way that Garnet is, even though they're younger than the Diamonds and less powerful than the Diamonds, it's just totally opposite than that. Like that's not relationship love. I feel like thousands of eons being together, you're not acting that way. Even if it was just Yellow and Blue, because a lot of people are shipping Yellow and Blue, and I feel like they're just siblings. They're just closer. They're the middle child, the middle children. Like Blue more pink like a little sister. Yellow tried to fix everything, and the White tried to control everything. Like I just feel like that's just a whole family thing. Like if you think that they're in a relationship, please feel free to comment and explain why you think that they're in a relationship. And you don't have to give evidence. I mean, if you want to, like, say like the time, like examples, I would love to see that. I would love to like have a whole full-blown conversation about it. Um, I just feel like they're family. But yeah, this is the end of the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and you subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace. I also want to tell you guys, because I always do this every single time. If y'all see me in the same shirt, it's because it's the same day. I don't know when I'm going to post this.